Yay! Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Open Circle podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us. If you haven't seen this beautiful person already, this is Norma from Norma's Wicked Salsas. Look at this spicy female we got here. Yes, so we finally get to know you even, like she knows you, but I get to know you even more, and I'm excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And let's get into this, right? Oh my God. So, first of all, I want to know, like, how did you get started? Like, what inspired you to create your own salsa line?
So, my last child, he's 15 years old now. After I had him, I was the heaviest I've ever been, around close to 300 pounds. I was the unhealthiest I've ever been.
Wow.
And the pregnancy was really tough on me.
Yeah.
I was around 36 years old. I'm going to be 50 next month.
What?
And yes. And
Dang.
I
Looks
was
good.
like, I can't. And my husband always looked the way he looks now. I mean, he always was working out. He was always, and I wasn't into all that. And it was a struggle. And I decided to go to help. My doctor was like, you're pre-diabetic. And I had diabetes when I was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really, really scared. And I have my family in Mexico there. We have all diabetes and heart diseases. And so I talked to my husband about, support. And I said, I think I need to do something. I need a tool to get me to the next step. So I had the sleeve surgery.
Oh, okay.
And it made me lose around 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Then total was 145, something like that. But the rest, I did it. Like, it only works for like 9 months. People don't know this.
You have to put
They
the
think
work
this is
into
like
it.
the
Yeah.
magic
It's
pill.
not the
Yes,
solution.
No,
It's
you actually
just
have to help
No.
it work.
But that wrapped me into get really into fitness, weightlifting. My husband was so happy. He tells me, I can't wait for you to get beat by the iron block. He always said that. And he's always been a weightlifter, so
you guys were working out
oh
together.
yeah, we're working out together. Now we do all the time. And then I said, well, I need to meal prep. I need to meal prep. I need to do healthier choices in food. I'm a cook. I always love to cook. I don't bake worth a shit, but I can cook. So I don't think I
Going to
have.
her house for dinner.
Yeah, for sure. I don't have the patience for baking, I think. That's what my mom was a baker. She baked beautifully and deliciously, but I don't. So one day I called my mom and I said, Mom, I'm really frustrated. I can't eat this fish and rice shit that they're giving me to eat. I can't do it all the time. And I was crying. I was upset. And she's like, why? And she's like, well, you're very good with flavors and you know how to, your peppers. Why don't you do salsas? And I said, what do you mean? It's like, just make really great salsas and put them on everything that you touch. Everything. And I'm thinking, okay. And then he tells me, make some guacamole. Well, I'm like up to here guacamole because that's all I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, make something with avocados because I know you love it, which that's where my Dip Me Down avocado, which is my bestseller, comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, how do I make this healthy? So what a lot of people don't know is I've been doing this for 15 years for me.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in all my food, and then that's when I started to get all of the health benefits of it. I don't add any sugars, no preservatives, and my 2 dips are keto. But I don't promote that because people don't really ask or they don't care. They just want it, right?
They're going for the flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
So I made everything, it's of course gluten free, everything, because I wanted like the most delicious, but at the same time, good stuff, fresh, to be able to put on my meal so I can eat them.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost another 50 pounds. So it was like, and then now I have some people that are actually competing in bodybuilding and they buy my products for their meal prepping.
Nice.
Which is such an honor for me.
Heck yeah.
So
Make broccoli taste amazing.
I mean, anything. I mean, I use my products for my salads and everything. And then one day friends started telling me, because I was, when you have a potluck, they ask you what to bring. I already knew what they wanted me to bring. It was my salsas or my dips or every single party for like 10 years. And then my friends kept telling me, you need to sell this. I was like, who's going to buy salsas? That's crazy. And then one day in 2021, I was, kind of thinking, you think this would do good to my husband? And he was still in the military, and he's like, well, I don't know, we'll just try it, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I never, ever in my wildest dreams thought that it was going to get me to be a full-blown business, and I would be in 3 farmer markets and a couple of stores and wineries and all these things that have happened to me, you know. But I've always have believed that good things happen to good people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know, I have full support of my husband, and I got to retire him earlier than we had planned, which was a blessing.
Nice.
Yeah. That's how it
Dang,
started
girl.
for the health, side of it. Yeah.
Dang.
Right? I love that.
Salsa.
Salsa, I know.
Make your body look good.
And it's funny because even before I met you, I would always go down to the farmer's market, and that was one of the
I always see her,
stands
yeah, when I
that
go there. Oh,
always
yeah.
would want to go by.
Yeah.
Everyone knows your salsa.
I love it. You know, when we started to create the booth, my husband was like, well, how do you want it to look? And I said, well, it has to be me. All about my culture, and it has to be my colors. And he's like, so it's going to be like a girl thing? And I said, well, it is a girl thing.
Yeah.
And he laughed and said, hey, I'll be the in the background. I love for you to have the shine. That doesn't bother me at all. And he always kind of supported that. So if you see, it is very, you know, bright and pink, but it has a lot of Hispanic flavor.
Yeah.
Because it's me. You know?
So speaking on that, what does wicked mean to you? How did that become part of the name?
So you're going to be super shocked.
Let's
but
hear
the
it.
name,
Let's hear it.
the name and all the names of the salsa except the one two was his idea. My husband's.
All
First
right.
we went with Norma's Kitchen. No.
Yeah.
Then with something kitchen something. No. I went through so many names, and he's like, you know, it's gotta be something wicked. And I looked at him.
There it goes.
He's like, what? Norma's Wicked? No. And he looks at me, Norma's Wicked Salsas. And we started laughing because we jumped and we were all happy because we got it. Because it was,
I love
It just
that.
rolled off the
Right?
tongue, huh? Yeah.
That's it.
but the funniest one was like, okay, Wicked Red for the mild, because the mild salsa, I wanted to, you know, I had created it and I loved it. But the first ones was only the green, medium, Wicked Green, and the avocado dip. That were the first ones that I created it. And then I started creating the other ones because people started asking me, do you have a mild? Do you have a spicy one? So I started to put together things. And I remember he's like, well, what about the avocado? Wicked avocado. No, I don't like it. And we kept thinking, he's like, dip me down avocado. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do that. And he's like, just do it. Who cares? People, my husband is very free.
Yeah.
I love that. But I have, he's very black and white, and I am too in a lot of ways, but at the same time, as a woman, you have to be a little gray, right? Because if no, you're looked at like, oh, she's so aggressive or whatever. And instead of being
She's
transparent,
intimidating.
right?
I got that my entire life. I'm like, what is intimidating? I love everybody. What are you
Right.
talking
And
about?
instead of being, look, as well, she's transparent. So I had to learn that.
Yeah.
Because I was, and he actually has taught me a lot about corporate America because I do have a full-time job too. And he had to tell me, babe, it's just, you know, you have to kind of be a little more gray. And I didn't understand what that meant. I do now, but, you know, back then I was like, honey, let's just, you know, I know it's our business, but people love the name of Dip Me Down Avocado.
They do.
And
They
it's,
know it.
yeah. And then I came up with people started asking me about chipotle. And so I made a chipotle crema, but I called her Wicked Azteca because the Aztecs, I discovered that chipotle pepper. So I kind of went in depth on where the chipotle came.
Okay.
And when I read that, I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to call it.
That's it.
And then the mango habanero, I created that for him.
Mangoes, actually.
The mango habanero is for him because I told him I want to do a salsa in your honor, in your name. And he's like, okay, well, what are you going to call it? And I smiled and I said, I'm going to call it Sergeant Delicious because that's how I used to call him when he was active. Yeah.
So
I
cute.
love
And
that,
I love
right?
how they're all like a play on words.
Yes.
I know.
It's
Exactly. She's
so
having
cool.
fun
Yeah,
with it.
exactly.
We have a blast.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
more.
Because I thought about doing that too with like, I do celiac friendly desserts because I have celiac disease. But I was like, but a lot of kids get my stuff too, so I don't know how appropriate that would be. You know what I mean? So like, we'll just keep it straight. Hey friends, it's Christy J here with the Open Circle Podcast. Quick break from today's episode to talk about something exciting. Did you know the Open Circle podcast is growing every single week? Our listeners are business owners, creatives, and real people who love honest conversation and community just like you. And that's why we're opening the Open Circle to sponsors. So if you have a business, a brand, or service that aligns with what we do, we would love to feature you right here on the show. As a sponsor, you will get shout outs in every weekly episode. Your business will be linked in our show notes and visibility across all of our social media platforms. Plus, we offer sponsor packages that fit different budgets. So whether you're just getting started or you're ready to go all in, we have something for you. Your support helps us keep creating, upgrading our equipment, and continuing to share real conversations that not only connect our community, but bring women together. So, what are you waiting for? Join the Open Circle and grow with us. If you would like to become a sponsor, send us an email at theopencirclepodcastca@gmail.com. We'll send you all the details, and we can't wait to collaborate with you.
Yeah. So and I designed his bottle is all camouflage and it's really cute and then I asked Johnson Wood, which is my girl that I got to the Teal Craft used to do my signs, but now Johnson Wood does them, and I created a veterans own business for him. Because he did the Marines and the Army, he did both.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
when I put that there, I just wanted him to feel that he owned the business too.
Yeah.
Like it was your guys' together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one similarity I've noticed with you guys is that you both do have spouses that were in the military and how supportive they are of you guys being in your businesses. I really love that because as you were telling your story, I'm like, oh, it almost sounds like Terry in a way. So I love that.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
They're good men. Oh, sounds like it's here.
I mean, it's you have to be a really strong and very supportive spouse as well to understand. I mean, he missed a lot of birthdays. He missed a lot of holidays. And you have to be okay with being alone. And I think women sometimes are not okay with being alone. It's like, well, I got married for a reason, but I've always been very independent. So
same.
Yeah.
It didn't really bother me to being alone or
Yeah.
And when he came home, we enjoyed a lot because we missed each other so much,
Yeah.
So
That time apart. Yeah, exactly.
Well, a lot.
It's just a lot.
Yeah, you have to keep your marriage and your relationship spicy. You have to. It's very important. At least in my marriage, it's always been very important.
And how long have you guys been married?
We've been married for 23 years,
Nice.
25 together.
Wow.
And we have 4 kids, and they're blended. It's a blended family.
Aww.
So when I met him, I was divorced. I was divorced at the age of 24, married at 20.
Actually, it happens when it doesn't work out. It's
right.
like, gotta go.
Well, and this is the thing, what you guys know is that my first husband brought me to the United States.
Oh, okay.
And I was living here, and the first 6 months I knew it wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to. And then I was pregnant, and I couldn't leave. So I kind of was this 22-year-old pregnant and didn't know anybody, have no family here, barely spoke the language, so it was tough.
Oh, I would imagine.
So I had to practice a lot, and he didn't speak Spanish, so I always was trying to catch up on words and but as soon as I knew that I could go and leave the toxic relationship, I left. And I left on my own.
Good for you.
On my own, rented a little apartment, and I was just with my baby, just kind of making ends meet and eating his leftovers because I was so broke.
Oh.
It was tough. It was tough for and the divorce was long. It was like 2 years.
Oh man.
Then I met David, and he saved my life for sure.
I love that.
Yeah, for sure. I've always said it, and he gets a little embarrassed about it, but he did. He tells me, "Well, you saved mine," but he was nearly divorced. I've been already through it. And when he met me, he told me, I just wanted to save you. I wanted to rescue you. I wanted to do everything for you. He had 2 kids, the oldest and my little girl. And I remember he said, I need a woman for me, but I really, really want a mother for my kids. And I told him the same. I had a little boy, which is the second oldest. And my son changed his last name when he turned 18.
Aww.
In his honor.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
Yeah. It was David's 50th birthday, and he surprised him. And it brought tears to his
I
eyes. Like,
bet.
and I said, if that's not a compliment of the kind of father you are, I
Yeah,
don't know what
exactly.
it is. And my
Yeah.
kids, you know, I always say I have 4 because I do. I mean, I raise his kids like they're mine. I mean, to me, they're mine, right?
I love that.
Yeah,
They're not
they're mine.
step. They're
No,
not,
they've
yeah,
never called me
you-
stepmom. They always call me
You
mom.
talk about them as their family.
Yeah, they're
That's
mine.
my kids.
They're mine. I mean, and I tell David, they're more mine than they are yours.
I
You know,
love that.
I've always
right?
said that. You know, when
So these are my
Everyone
kids.
deserves
Thank you
a
kindly.
stepmom or second mom.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Say second mom.
Yeah, I remember my daughter. She was in 2nd grade, and she, I picked her up from school, and she's like, "Mama," and I said, "What's the matter?" She was really upset. I will never forget this. It's little blonde curls, and Mama, and she hugged me, and I said, "What's wrong?" And like, the teacher called you a bad name. I said, "What?" I said, "What do you mean?" It's like, "She said you were my stepmother."
Aw.
And I said, "Well, honey, I am." "No, you're not." And she was really upset.
Aw.
Because I feel like they put this negative spin on the stepmother. Cause,
Well,
you
I've
know,
had one of those, so I can understand that.
Right,
You know, but there are some great ones out
Right.
there where I'm like, can you adopt me? Please.
Yeah.
Can I be part of your
Yeah.
tribe?
So I was never, the kids never, I mean, first of all, she was 1.5 when I met her.
Yeah.
So I raised her.
Yeah, exactly.
And my son's father just got divorced and moved and never saw my son again. And their mom was there, but it was just a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
So
It was like God seeing
now,
the plan all
yeah.
along.
So
Yep.
now I'm telling you, it was very tough, but it wasn't as tough as people will believe because David and I had an understanding about I needed to be a mother, not a stepmother. So I became a mother. The one that did the whole full role since the beginning was my mom. She said, "These are my grandbabies, and that's it."
I love that.
She is. They love my mom.
I love
Yeah,
her.
they call her abuela, and my husband's mom is grandma,
I love that.
but they call her the Spanish
I would
name for
feel
grandma.
so
yeah.
bad to make it one child feel different from the rest.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
I
yeah.
would embrace them all the same.
Because kids remember. Kids
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Kids know.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
I'm
I
like,
know.
don't even get me
Yeah.
started on the
Yeah.
core
So
memories
the
that I
boys-
remember.
Oh, and then this is the most freaky part. My blood son, I'm gonna call him, and my oldest son, they have the same birthday 1 year apart.
Oh, wow.
The same birthday.
That's
year
cool.
apart.
May 9, 97 and 98. So I always dress them the same. So they now that they're adults, one is 28, one is 27. They laugh because it's, you know, all I remember is that I was always, I grew up thinking we were twins. Because they had the same, I celebrated the birthday the same. I threw a huge party. I dressed them with the same outfits with
That's
different
so
colors, and they laugh. They laugh now, like, "Ooh, we're such dorks," and you know, like, I liked it. What do you mean? I liked it. And my daughter, of course, she's a November baby, so she was the princess. So I always did a big parties, and so I've always grew up. I mean, I raised them very, very Hispanic, the way I was raised.
I love
Yeah, and my husband loved it. He didn't really care. He just, you do whatever you do, the queen of the house.
So you got this whole crew of awesome people under your belt. Do you make all the salsas yourself, or do they help in the production process?
So when I started, they did.
Yeah.
My daughter was, because you remember, it's not only making them, but it's like disinfecting the jars,
Yeah.
labeling. We
Okay.
hand label everything.
Yeah.
We hand label
Okay.
everything. The top, the side, the back, I mean everything.
Mm-hmm.
We mark to see what it is. I mean, it's a whole production.
Yeah. You
But
go and source your ingredients and stuff too, at, like
Yes.
farmers markets
So-
or whatnot.
So actually, the Urban Edge grows my peppers.
Okay.
So it's a local farm.
I love that.
And I'm really excited about that. And we started doing a couple of years ago. And when it's really low season, I kind of wiped down all the peppers. I love to go and see how they're harvesting them, and then they put them in a box and I take them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like they're organic. I mean,
I
this
love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I don't promote that because my salsas I can't say that are organic because I don't have all the labels and all the, terminology on it.
Yeah.
But I use organic products.
Gotcha.
And so my daughter started labeling and stuff when she still
Aw.
lived in the house. Then she was in college, and then my other son would go to the farmers market with me because David was still kind of working, and when
Yeah.
he was
Right.
out on drill weekends, he couldn't go with me, and he would go and set me up, and But now back then, we were doing events because we were in the farmers markets then.
Mm-hmm.
And it was easy because I was selling maybe 40, 50 yards per event. Now I'm like up to 1,200 a month.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Love that.
it's
Right?
it's so different. The production
So what
is so
made you
different.
decide to jump into the farmer's market? Because you saw that.
You know, I was in the corner where Spinola Farm was before, like where the yard is.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
I used to go there because the farming market. First, I talked to them about it. They got really excited about it. I was super excited, and then they denied me because there was somebody else with salsas.
Yeah, it's happened to me too.
And I was like, oh, okay,
Right?
well, I
You're like,
get
all
it.
right, pivot.
I said, okay, well, then I'm just gonna do events.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of events, but then I asked, well, what if I don't bring my salsas? They told me, well, you can come with your dips, but not the salsas. That hurt me a lot.
Oh.
And I was like, this is not gonna work, but I'm gonna try to at least try to put it out there. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I did that for a whole year in the farming market with no my salsas.
Just the dips?
Yeah.
Wow.
Until this kid that sold his salsas there, super sweet kid, and said, I'm no longer going to do this. I think he left to Japan to do something, which I thought that was super cool. And that he's doing that. He's a teacher in Japan. I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
my
right?
friend is one in Thailand or Taiwan.
I mean,
one
that
of the
thought
two.
was incredible. And I said,
Yeah.
and I went and
Hell
I
yeah.
congratulated him, and I said, that's awesome. Even though I kept telling the managers in the market, our salsas are completely different.
Yeah.
Mine are very chunky because they're molcajete style, and his were blended up.
Girl, I tried to tell them, I was like, I'm celiac, and all these people are not celiac friendly bakers. I was like, I'm an entirely different market.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it'd still be the same. And I'm like, they just don't get it
Because
sometimes. Yeah.
So, and they require you to have like a kitchen or stuff, which
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I mean, all of this. So I was just like, okay.
The commissary
So
kitchen,
he left.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He left, and then I didn't know he was leaving. So I tell the manager, listen, I need you to refer me to another market on Saturdays. And he looks at me like, why? It's because this is not working out. Like, it's like, no, just bring him next week. I was like, what? That's all it took? But it wasn't that. It's that
Because
he
the
knew
door
that
opened.
The door
Yeah.
opened,
Hell
and he
yeah.
was going to tell me. It was the
The
timing.
universe wasn't ready. You weren't ready yet. That path for
Right.
you wasn't ready yet.
And once we did, and I have to tell you though, it's probably that because my daughter was finishing college, and I knew that I wasn't going to have her help like that anymore.
Yeah.
And then my husband had retired from the military in 21, but he was working on another company.
Mm.
And one day he's like, hey, I have to walk out of here, because I'm just going to lose it. And I said, honey, just walk away. It's okay. They're just the way that they're treating people here. I don't like it. And I
You
said,
gotta know your worth.
These civilians, he says.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
civilians.
right?
I was like, wow. And I heard him all my marriage talk about civilians. And I was like, I'm a civilian too. Like, no, you're my wife. That's
Yeah,
different. I'm like, all
different.
right. So I one day I just told him, said, he came home very stressed out. And I said, why don't we just retire? He's like, what do you mean? Can we do it? I said, let me work some numbers. I think we'll be able to do it. And, Rowan is going to leave soon because she wanted to move out. And I said, and you can take over and help me with the business. He got really quiet on the phone. And he said, are you there? He's like, I'm just thinking, this is like, because I put it there.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Really? Because we've been talking about him retiring, and it's a talk.
Yeah.
But when it's like in your face, and then he came home, and then I said, okay, so I want you to put your week notice or whatever. No, let's talk about it more. It was a Thursday, so he goes to work on Friday, another issue happened.
Oh, man.
And he calls me, and I said, honey, just leave. It's okay.
Getting all the
We're
signs.
going to be okay. Listen, I know it's a whole other income, right? It's okay. I'd rather see you happy, and maybe we cut some things, and we'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're already rich. We're already rich. We have each other. Money is money. And believe it or not, he's probably the only one who know. I am the least materialistic person. If I lose a house, a car, anything, I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Just because they see these, they
I
think,
think a lot of
she's
women are
this.
just strong-minded like that. Like,
Yeah.
we will figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I mean?
I told him
Like,
that, and he tells me, well, I trust you. Every time you say that, something good happens.
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's okay, I've always said, my mom always said this in Spanish, but I always said, if God with me, who against me? Just don't worry about
Can
it.
you say it in Spanish?
Si Dios conmigo, ¿quién contra mí?
I like
Oh, I
that.
like
That
that.
sounds so beautiful.
I do, right? I would have as a tattoo.
Yeah.
Right?
Dios conmigo, ¿quién contra mí? Sí.
Aw.
So I'm like, I told him that, and he's like, okay. So I said, I'm gonna give them my 2-week bonus. I said, why?
Just go. The signs are there, man.
I mean, really, why? I don't know. I just think, I think it's the right thing to do. Babe, I said, okay, well, they fire you. They give you 5 minutes to pack your shit up. He's like, I know, but I'm still
dang.
gonna do it. So he came home.
Yeah.
Gave him the 2-week notice. I said, okay. He goes back to work on Monday. Comes home around noon, and I said, what are you doing here? Because he worked in another town.
Yeah.
He's like, you're right. I'm just, fuck him. I'm really right. And I just laughed. I thought it was hilarious. I was so happy, and he got on his knees, he hugged me because I was sitting down, and he said, thank you. Thank you
I
for
love that.
this.
Mhm.
And I said, baby, I just want to see you happy.
Y'all got each other.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see you happy. And it has been, I mean, if I'd known that the results were going to be what we have now, I would have retired that man since a long time ago. It's
just like
the
them.
best.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's because he's happy.
Yeah.
So the PTSD is very controlled.
Mhm.
He is doing, I mean, he gets up, goes to the gym, he comes home, and he tells me, I work more for you than I ever worked for the military. Because he does the salsas. He does 90%. He's like operations.
Yeah.
Maintains all the coolers because we use electrical coolers.
Mhm.
So we're not the only people in the market that has electrical
Yeah.
coolers. So we don't use ice or anything like that. So he maintains the equipment. He maintains all my cars. He does the oil change and all that. He's very handy in the house. He's always fixing things, so updating things, upgrading things.
Girl.
And then he
I could relate.
like, I'm gonna go and run errands. He runs errands for me.
He
when
drops
sits-
you off.
Oh yeah, he drops me off and picks me up, and we're like, I married my best friend. I mean,
Yeah.
like, he's my person.
That's
I
really
love,
so
I love spending time with him. And I know a lot of people say, well, when you retire, what do you have in common? We always dated. Since the moment we met, we got married, we always made time for us. Because I believe that your kids are only borrowed. And once they get to that age, they leave you. And they don't care if you're alone, you're single, you're married, or they might say they care, but they don't. My mom is divorced and remarried, and as a child divorcee parents, I always felt like, oh my God, and you can't get married again, mom, because you're my mom in this. But now that I think about it, and she's been married for 25 years with her second husband, I am so happy that she got married again.
You see how happier she
Yeah,
is.
because she's happier and stuff. Yeah, no, she should have loved my dad a long time ago. But that's a whole other story. But,
Yeah.
but with him, I mean, it's hard to find that person in that bond, but you have to. I mean, you're
And
your
what
spouse.
you do, it's like you are going to go through ups and downs. You
Oh,
are going to
yes.
go through things, but
I'm a Sagittarius, and I marry a Sagittarius.
Oh,
two
dang.
fire signs?
Two fire
Oh
signs.
my goodness.
Two fire signs. So the little earthquakes that you have felt is us fighting.
that was you.
I always say that because he has, he's my pit bull.
You have a good balance,
Very
but
good,
it
yeah.
took work.
Well,
get
yes.
there.
So the work that it took in my mom is very wise, and she told me, you're going to have to tone it down. And I said, what do you mean? You can't be the alpha in the relationship. You have to know your place in the relationship. I said, well, I'm not going to be submissive. I immediately, I was snapping in. She's like, no, I'm not saying that. But you're going to have a level of submission. Because your man is a manly man, and he's an alpha man. You're not gonna be able to do what you did with your dates and I didn't like how he chewed. I'm gonna walk out of the date. Like, I was rude. And you can't do that. I was like, okay, this is your husband. I was like, all right, because we were having he would tell me, I'm the man of the house. And I was like, I know you are. Why are you saying that?
Yeah.
It was because I was being
Right.
very aggressive.
You're
It
in
was
your
way too
alpha
much.
mode, yeah.
And my mom was kind of looking at it, and she would just sit and look and turn around and go to the room and no opinion, no say anything. And that's when she checked me. And I said, okay, well, how do I do that? How do I figure it out? So slowly I started to figure it out. And instead of no, I'm going to do this. And I said, honey, what do you think? Should we do this? My mom is like, make him his idea. I just laughed so much when she said that.
So that's the secret.
Right? Make him his idea. But,
But
I
do
really...
understand.
No,
I
yes,
understand what you're
exactly.
saying, because it is, and I think you know you're with the right partner when you grow like that.
Yes.
Mhm.
When it gives
Absolutely.
you that chance to grow.
You know, men are so simple.
Yes.
They're very simple.
They really
but
are.
if you really, really listen to them. My husband, I realized he just wants to be heard and he wants to feel that he matters in the house, that he's important, that his opinion is important. So when the kids come to me, when I know they already went to him, what do they say? Well, he said no, but mom, they say, okay, I don't know why you're here then. Now, it took me a long time to do that because kids tend to separate the parents.
They know how to work the
They
parents.
know when to work it.
Yes.
So it took me a long time to get there, but I can tell my husband was so happy when I did that because he felt like I was in his side, right?
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
like I
that
want him
makes
to be
sense.
in my side. And
Yeah.
there's things that we have discussed that he doesn't get. And I'm like, well, but it is important to me. Okay, well, that's all you have to say. So it's just like that mutual respect. And
Yeah.
then once I got it and once I knew, even in the business, once I knew my place in the business and he knew his, we are the best business partners. Like, I enjoy doing business with my husband. It's so fun. And we created this family in the farmers market. You know, we have a lot of vendors that are friends.
Yeah, you
And
can see
they're
that.
sweet. So yeah, so we have a lot of fun.
I think I've even been at your booth toward the end when I've seen people like, here, we have leftovers here, and you guys are like passing things to each other, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I love that.
Yeah, they're always, well, what happens is that in the farmers market, there is something that they do, that they trade. They trade a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I don't trade because of my inventory that I have, how I do it. But what I do, I make breakfast burritos. I cook for my vendors. So I did it for my husband in the beginning. And then there was a lady that was like, oh my God, that looks so good. And like, oh, my wife makes them for me. And he's like, I think we should give her one. I said, yeah, I can add her. Now I do around 25 burritos in Martinez Farm Market and around 15 in Brentwood.
Wow.
Are
Yeah,
you
for my
serious?
vendors. Yeah. And so I bring them that. I feed them just because I want to, but they feel like, well, here, Norma, grab some bread or grab a pastry or grab the
That's why
sausage.
they
Or
were dropping
That's
off
so
a
nice to
bunch
have
of
so
stuff
early
to
in the
your
morning
booth.
before you start
Because
your
I see like
event.
a few people dropping off.
And I tell
stuff.
them, oh yeah, no, you don't have to do this week. It's okay. No, just take it. They just feel is the sense of grateful and just people being just so family and so with us. They don't see me as, oh, it's okay. You know, she doesn't. It's not that I don't want to trade. It's just my business is not that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I said, but I'll feed you.
And vendors don't get a chance to eat either.
No. And they tell me that they look forward to that. And
Yeah.
what they know too is that I buy my eggs from Shelly's farm.
Yes.
In the farmers market. So all of the eggs that I put there, the sausage, all of the ingredients I put in the burritos are from the farmers market. Are from things that they give
Oh,
me.
nice.
I love
They
that.
say some of them don't know that. So yeah.
Now they do.
Now they
Now
yeah,
you do.
yeah.
So, how do you balance keeping traditional flavors while putting your unique twist on them?
You know, my flavors are really, really traditional. If
Okay.
you really so this is one thing that a lot of people, I mean, they would not know. Salsas, there's hundreds of probably thousands of different salsas. The reason why is because it depends where you're from and what region in Mexico. The most salsas that you guys will experience here will be the blended up ones that really, really blended up because there's a lot of influence from Michoacan. Michoacan makes very blended up salsas. I don't think Guadalajara does, but I'm from Monterrey. So Monterrey uses a lot of molcajete, the stone. So they call it molcajete because it's chunky. That's really what.
So, do you use the stone?
No,
You use the
I
blender?
don't blend. I use
Okay.
a industrial.
But
But
that's just where the origin is.
well, it's very
from.
technical. My salsa technical because I have to count the seconds to blend them
Oh.
to get them to exactly what I want them.
So walk us through how you start from ingredients to jar. Since
So,
it's so technical. I'm
It's
curious.
very technical.
I'm
So
like, how
I
is
go,
this? It's salsa.
we pick, I know, and people would think that,
Yeah.
but I tell them, I hand pick my produce, and they're
Okay.
like, what? And there are hundreds of them. There are hundreds of peppers. David, my husband is very good, picking my avocados. I had to teach him, no, honey, you don't pick this one, you pick that one, and So we get all of them. Another thing is that we char grill
Oh.
the peppers. We
Oh.
don't roast them because when you roast peppers, they dehydrate too easy.
Oh.
So you want to keep the
Oh, that makes
the
sense.
flavor of
Right,
it, right?
right.
And these are all things that I knew because I'm a cook. So I'm like, okay, And then, for example, the red salsa has green onions. The red one, the green has red onions.
That's funny.
And people ask me, why don't you use the white? The white is too sweet.
Oh.
You can use white on salsas.
Good to know.
Oh, so
Now
you
it's
don't
good in
want
pico de gallo because the pepper is too raw. It's right there. So that's how I know my flavors.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
See what I mean?
Yes.
Do you use garlic? Yes, I use powdered garlic. Why no whole? Because then you'll taste it too much. You don't want to do that.
You can control it better
Right.
with the powder.
My dips
I
have
have
la-
cooking class with them.
My dips, people are like, oh, what is that taste? It's lemon. I said, no. Well, it's lime. It's Mexican lemon. That's how I call it. Because my husband and I have this argument about yellow is lime for us and the green lemon is lemon.
But that's
And
how
he's
you
like,
get the
no.
lime. It
Yeah.
starts out as a lime.
Right. So it's lime, and that is what it makes the dips last up to 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Oh,
because
wow.
it maintains the
So that's the
a natural
life.
preservative.
That's the
No,
life
yeah.
of it.
2
3
weeks.
weeks, 2
2
weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah.
You'll be
Okay.
walking away with a whole bunch of information.
Well, we love our chips and
No
salsa
idea.
here, so this is
Yeah.
good
And
to
then
know.
I have a few chefs that are clients,
Okay.
and
They use
like,
it in their foods.
oh yeah, like
That's
this
awesome.
lady makes a whole jar of red salsa mayo into her spaghetti sauce and made Mexican lasagna. She
Oh.
called it. She
Wow.
brought
Wow.
it.
Sounds
She brought it for
good.
me, and I was like, "Oh, you brought me lasagna? Thank you." And I was kind of confused, like, "Try it." So I ate it. I looked at her. Do you put that wicked red in there? She's like,
You
"Yeah."
can taste. That's awesome.
It was so delicious because it was a twist in the food.
I
right?
Yeah.
love that
Yeah.
idea.
And then another
actually.
lady, she showed me a video where she puts a whole jar of the green on her crock pot with some chicken breast,
Yes.
and then
Oh, yeah.
she cooked it and she shredded
Uh-huh.
the chicken breast, and
It's
all of the
so
bits
good.
of the salsa was there.
We just did that the other
That
night and
would
had
be
tacos.
perfect.
It's so
I
Yes.
was gonna say tacos,
good.
burrito.
Yes.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
idea.
There's so many things you do. I have a video from he has a business, and he's barbecue guy. He's really great and big unk, and he does like condiments and stuff, and I buy his condiments. They're great. And he made a video using my chipotle dip or crema as a base of a pizza instead of the red sauce.
Oh.
Oh.
I was like impressed.
Oh, that would give it a great
Oh, yeah.
taste.
Yeah. So there's so many things you can do with it, you know. But yeah, it's a whole production, and now
Hey,
and
you
it's
can
only
even
me.
lose weight on it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, you think about it. Think about the psyche of it. If you have a great salsa or sauce or dip or whatever, it makes your meal great.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I mean, I put this in a plain piece of fish
Mm-hmm. And it's just,
with a thing of rice, and it just tastes a whole
And it
different.
changes
It just
it
changes
up.
everything.
So which one's your favorite?
So
Ooh, good question.
I have love for each of them.
Yeah.
I have to
Of
be
course,
honest
they're your
with you.
babies.
Yeah.
But the most popular and the one that I've always loved because I created it. Like I created all of them, but it was something out of the ordinary. Is the dip me down avocado?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I had a feeling you were going to say
that's
that.
my baby. Yeah, they're it's just people. I mean, I make 3 times the ratio that I make on the salsas on that one because I sell it so much. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I have people that come and grab 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards.
Wow. Oh, I love
And I always
that.
ask, what are you doing with that? Like, oh, it's my mom tried it, now she wants it, and then my neighbor, and then
They probably put it on everything.
yes, I do. I put it on my sushi. I took it to a sushi bar one day, and my
Oh,
husband is
I
like,
love that.
"You're so embarrassing."
So,
He's like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Shh." And then I'm like, "I don't care."
so are your ingredients seasonal? And if so, do you face any challenges during like off season?
My ingredients are not really seasonal.
Okay.
There's one, the mango habanero, that's Surgeon Delicious.
Mhm.
That's seasonal, but I only have it from April to August.
Okay.
When it's the season of the mango.
Nice.
I've been asked, can you do it with canned mangoes? Can you do it with frozen mangoes? Can you do it? I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
You don't
I
use
just-
anything canned?
no.
Yeah.
I said, I'm
all
sorry.
natural.
I said,
I
I
love
can't.
she's got standards.
Well, you
Yeah.
got to when
I'm
you're
just thinking
providing
about
stuff.
Well, I'm
you
just
know?
thinking, imagine putting first of all, I don't think that there should be any fruit that should be canned. Like in the, no can, like
Right.
the
Yeah.
old-fashioned can, like, you
Yeah.
know, no can like that, but like in a can.
The metal can.
No,
tin can.
I don't even know why I've never tried them. I can't even imagine all
Just
the
like, why
sugars
is
in
this
there.
existing?
So, and I don't, and the Sergeant Delicious is a sweet salsa, spicy, but instead of sugar, I add organic agave.
Oh,
Nice.
So,
okay.
Oh,
You know, I just don't, sugar and I are just no friends. Now, I
Well,
love it, don't get me
especially
wrong, but,
being
you know.
pre-diabetic, you
Yeah.
learn.
No wonder why she's not one of my customers. No, I'm just like,
Right?
full of sugar.
Oh my God, I know,
But
believe me.
I got
just
stuff
like-
coming out for those who are not interested in dessert, but I can't talk about that.
Okay,
So,
okay.
And this
I
ain't
love
about
it.
me. This is about Norma.
I love it. And I am looking to add another new product.
Ooh, what is it?
I have to really research what I'm gonna need to do it. But I, just like my friends knew about my sauces, I've always been known for my jalapeno bean dip.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, now that sounds really good.
I'm really
Okay.
excited. I'm really excited for it, but I have to find out because my permits are a state,
Yeah.
so I have to add a new one. So I have to see
If it can go with
if
it,
it
yeah.
goes,
Yeah.
if I can add it. Just
Yeah, the
add
food
it,
laws
and
are
then-
crazy in California. You
you're
step
like-
outside of California, you can almost
You're
do whatever
okay
you want.
With expanding.
I'm okay with
Creating
expanding
new
and I'm creative,
ideas
yes.
and what else can I do? What
Yes.
else could we?
I'm
add
okay
to
with
it?
that. They asked me if I was going to be in any major stores and things like that, but I don't. My husband and I had a really, really heart-to-heart conversation, and I believe that because of what we have is why people love my products so much.
It's not accessible everywhere.
No, right?
Do you
No,
feel like it makes
special.
it more community?
That's
Yes.
what I was going to say,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
yes.
once you start going commercial, it
Yeah.
makes it
Yeah.
kind of a.
Well, not only that, but if I do that, I have to hire a pre-packer, and they have to add preservatives. They have to. They
yeah.
change.
Because
I have
didn't even
to.
think
Yeah.
about
It's a
that.
shelf
And I have to
aspect.
release my recipes, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, I love that.
Good.
I'm not doing that.
I gatekeep my
So I
recipes
have,
too.
I have to lose control of something I love, and I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. I
Yeah.
think that I've gone through a lot with this business, ups and downs. I got to know people a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the bad, the good, and the ugly of people. You know, in this business and before, but I always thought that when I started this business, oh my God, everybody's gonna love me and embrace me. You know, I mean, why would they not?
Yeah.
I was wrong, but that's okay. You know, it just makes me stronger.
People are people.
and- yeah.
You know,
David,
you can't
I
control
can
people.
That is one thing I've noticed when you put yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you are opening up for
Yeah.
both, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
And just staying grounded in what you have to
Yeah.
offer because you just come across as so authentic. And I
Thank
just
you.
love that about
Mhm.
you.
Thank you.
What you see is what you get.
Pretty
but
much.
yet you keep learning something more.
Mhm.
And
Pretty much.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love
I
where
could
your
totally
heart
relate
is.
with the whole people thing, you know, because you would think, why would people not like sweets? Oh, I've heard so many things. Like, coming to my table, I can't have that, I'm diabetic. Why did you walk over here? Like, why are you here?
Well, I get that.
I guess it looks good and smells good, but don't
Right,
tell me your
right.
issues
Well, I
and be mean
get
about
like,
it.
The salsas are spicy.
Well, hello.
My husband is like, well, yeah, we're Mexican salsas, ma'am. I'm like, honey, be nice. I'm being nice. I'm just telling him. I mean,
He's just being
the salsa. There's not.
honest.
He
Yeah.
says, if you want to ketchup, you could have gone to Costco. He's so stupid. but you know, he tells me. That annoys me. And I said, well, honey, you know, people are going to ask to see because there are
Yeah.
some salsas that don't have any spice, but it's not, they're not mine. I mean, the mild has jalapenos. It's jalapeno based. The medium
Yeah.
is serrano. The spicy serrano and habanero. And then even the avocado has jalapeno and the chipotle has jalapeno. So everything is spice.
Everything
Yeah, and
has
start with the
flavor.
mild. You'll build up your
Yeah,
tolerance,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And people get it. There's some people, they're kids. I mean, I've had babies grabbing a chip and like, they're like sucking on the dip with an avocado, and I'm like, you know, it has jalapeno in it. Oh, that's okay. I want
Oh,
you to
yeah.
start. Parents now, I love that. When I see parents that do that, I love it because I was like that with my kids.
Yeah.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
It's just pepper. You're
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
If you don't like
Good.
it, I will make them try everything, and if they didn't like it, they didn't have to eat it.
I love that.
But I always made them try everything. And my kids are foodies.
I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my half being Mexican. I love that. My dad always made salsa. He still
Oh,
does, but I love his salsa. So I love having that little bite.
Right. And I'm going to tell you something that you mentioned now. I met these two vendors. They don't have the business anymore, but these two ladies, sisters, in an event. And they approached me like, oh, can we try your salsa? So they tried one and then they tried the green. And they looked at me and they looked at each other and they started kind of tearing out. And I said, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Damn, what happened, right?" She's like, "Oh, it's okay. Just it reminders of our dad and he passed away."
Oh,
And it was such an honor to me because I thought flavors are crazy and smells, how they take you back. But them comparing me to something that a loved one made just like I make it was an honor. I mean, it's always, I'm very humble about the stories that I hear. And I mean, I had a lady come from San Luis Obispo to buy my stuff.
Wow.
oh my God.
Yeah, she was there right in the morning in Martinez, and she told my husband looked at me, "Norma," and I said, "Yeah." "Babe, she came from San Luis Obispo," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I had to register because it's like 4 hours away. I used to go there when my husband went to drill. I used to go there, and I'm like, "Wait, that's like 4 hours away." She's like, "Yeah," and I just couldn't believe it.
That's the one thing I have noticed is that you do have a bond with your customers.
Yes,
I feel like you have a loyal following,
yes.
and I love.
I'm very
that.
blessed. I'm very blessed. People have been very, I mean, they surprise me sometimes, to be honest. They surprise me and they make me feel very special. And it's very humbling it's humbling enough to know that somebody loves what you make. I make this from my hands, David. I created this. To know that people love something like that I made is humbling as shit. I mean, I don't know how people can feel like, "Oh, I'm the shit." I don't feel that way at all. I'm just like, "Thank you for being
You're
here."
humbled.
Just like you getting up, because they tell me, "I just came here for you." Just like you getting up from your bed, getting in the car, and just to come to see me to get my products is a huge honor for me. I mean, that's just,
And that speaks volume. People feel that. People sense that. They know.
I hope they do because I'm very honest with, the way I feel and the way I treat people. I just want to be treated the same way, so I treat people the way I want to be treated, with kindness. Yeah, definitely.
Firm believer in karma.
Yeah, what goes around comes around.
Send
for
out that
sure.
good karma, you get it
Yes.
right back.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely, yes.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely, I believe it.
So do you ever have to decide like when to retire a flavor, or is it hard to decide like when to bring in a new flavor?
When I brought in the chipotle crema, we were like, you have to have a very distinguished taste for chipotle.
Yeah.
Chipotle is very, it's
yes.
very smoky.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in Mexico, it's one of our peppers that we love. And not a lot of people love it. But people that love my fire love the chipotle because of the bold flavors. They're very bold flavors. So when we started with that one, we thought about retiring it because, I mean, it was just not really making sales. It was just not really. And this year is like, oh my God, everybody wants it. So I was like, okay.
Taste
so
has changed.
It's really,
Right.
I feel like it really depends of what the public wants.
Yeah,
And I ask, you
yeah.
guys like this, you guys like that. And I always try to make it really positive on my posts.
Totally.
Which I'm so bad at. I don't do a lot of them because
It's hard.
we
were just talking about that today. It's hard to keep up with social
and
media.
my daughter was my social media manager forever, and she still is. And she's like, "You have to do my post now." Yeah, I know. I just, I don't look really good right now, so let me just wait. And so I try to do that. And I try to interact with my clients as much as I can through social media. But I'm old school. What can I say? I'd rather see you in person.
Yes.
I'd rather
I
hold
like
your hand
feeling the
and
energy.
give you a hug.
Your
And
energy.
instead of you looking at me in the video and stuff. And I try to be very positive. Like for to me, I try to bring the best in me to people.
Yeah.
I don't, if I'm having a bad day or if I'm pissed off at something or whatever, you don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
And to me,
well, especially on your business page,
right?
That's for your personal page. If you're having a bad day in business, I guess you can kind of shed some light on it.
I don't know. I think I'm that side is very private for me.
Yeah.
Right?
And nobody wants
even
to hear
in
about
my
the
even
bad.
my personal, I'm very kind of private on that. I just at social
I'm
media.
learning that I should be.
I have this thing where it's like, it's just something that's in the back of my head just because I come from a lot of trauma. Like, I had a lot of hardships with women in my life, starting with my own biological mom, my stepmom, so it led the path to more. But I just have it in the back of my mind, don't give them any ammo. Don't give them any ammo because then they have nothing to use against you, It doesn't mean that life is always great. But if you speak about, all the good, you're going to get more.
Right.
Nobody has anything to use against you,
Well,
but sometimes you do kind of touch
Yeah.
on it to relate with people, I do.
Here's another
I'm
one,
very
like,
transparent in my
if you
stories.
want to start your business or you want to create something, I'm learning not to necessarily reveal it before it's
Mm-hmm.
been built, because too many people might give their fears or opinions or judgments, and I'm creating this thing, and it's something that I've learned to just kind of do it, like have your small circle that you can trust, whether it be a spouse or close friend, but really like internalize where you're moving forward with your business.
Right. So I am a big believer of just giving people their space and their time to speak. And sometimes, we all have an opinion, we all judge at some point. But to me, especially with women, I support everybody. I haven't had the same courtesy a lot of times, but I'm okay because I don't need it. You know what I mean? So, but and another thing too, I don't get wound up with all these opinions and things. You'll never see me posting about it. You never see me talking about things like that. I don't even address rude comments or anything. It's just I'm above it. To me there's no need for that. We're too old for that.
So how do you handle constructive criticism, like negative feedback? Like say somebody's in your face saying it.
So it happened.
Yeah.
It happened a few weeks ago.
Oh damn.
This client just told me that that her salsas are better.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, yeah, well, that's great. I said, that's great. I think that's great.
That's your opinion.
And then she said, and then she tried it again. She's like, oh yeah, it needs this, and that, and she was telling me this in Spanish, so my husband couldn't understand, but he sensed something because he saw me tense.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, what else do you think it needs? I was just, and then I see her son come in, and he's like, Mom, you need to stop. And I was just like, oh. And he said, you don't have a business, then you need to be quiet and stop criticizing all these vendors. I guess I was one of them.
Oh,
but she had already.
She was on a tangent.
And I said, it's okay. She's older, and I wasn't going to say anything because, that's her opinion, Just like I had a situation, and I'm going to compare it because it's kind of similar in my work. My work and another company I was working for my full-time job. I was sent to welcome a new client. I'm a benefit consultant, and I called the client. So when I called the client, I introduced myself, and she said, before I even finished my last name, she said, I'm going to stop you right there. I need somebody that speaks English. So I'm going to hang up, and I need you to send somebody else. I don't do AdSense. And I said, okay.
I understand you just fine. What the hell is her problem?
When that happened, I hung up and I smiled, and I had to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And I called my husband. I was really upset. And he's like, babe, we're going to get this. And he was really mad. I said, I got to call my boss. I got to deal with this. They fired her as a client. But the president of the company sent an email apologizing and said to me, what would you do if we have to keep her and she's still under your book? My response was, I'm perfectly okay with that. This is her issue, not mine.
Beautiful.
Because he wasn't. So I can't allow people.
I love that. 100%.
Really, and he was very shocked because they thought I was going to be like, I said, I don't, this is her issue.
She was projecting
I worked very hard on myself and living in a different country since, when I just moved here, that was my goal. I needed, in order for me to have something, or make something of myself, I have to learn the language. I know it's hard for a lot of people, and I get it, but I will never lose my accent. It's part of me. I love my accent, especially when my husband met me and he told me that I was sexy. I was like, okay, I gotta keep that. I gotta keep that. Oh, absolutely. And
so cute.
For a long time, I was embarrassed.
Really?
I was very self-conscious to speak because I felt like people would make fun of me, and I was very self-conscious. And then I started to listen to people, how they speak, how they know. I would ask my husband, what does this mean? I learned a new word today. This is fancy word. And I'm always trying to better myself.
Yeah.
And when people would correct me. I wasn't offended ever. I'm like, hey, this is just for me to get better.
Yeah.
And with time, and this is not the only issue that happened. I have faced that comments and criticism all my life.
Yeah.
About whatever. I mean, a company, literally manager called me in the office to tell me, I just don't know if you're a fit here. And I said, why? It's just your look. I don't know what that meant. I still don't know what it means. My husband tells me, yeah, because they're ugly. That's why.
Exactly.
But my husband was
Projection.
like, yeah, my husband was like, they're ugly inside and out.
Yes.
I said, honey, but what does that mean?
Because
What is, I don't,
your confidence overrides theirs, you know what I mean? And that scares people who don't have it, and that's
It was crazy to
okay.
me.
That's not your problem.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You
It happened
know?
a long time ago, but I looked at her and I'm like, I thought maybe I'm misunderstanding her English. I even doubted myself
Wow.
because I didn't want to believe that she was telling me this.
Yeah.
That was, and I was the best in the position. I was the best and in the team.
What kind of job was that? Like an office job? Or?
Yes,
Girl,
but we were all women.
She was intimidated by you and your shine,
And I
okay?
guess my kids were too high. Or there was always something that
You were
was
confident.
doing. And I'm
in
like,
who
well,
you
I'm not
are.
going to change. And my
Yeah.
husband told me, I don't
Teachers
think you should
weren't the
change.
right fit either.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're not the right fit because that environment.
Because the
is
universe
not for
sees
us.
what you don't and it hears what you don't as well. And it's like, okay, let's pivot.
Yeah.
Let's put her where she
Yeah.
needs to
And
be.
the company I work for now, I'm telling you, it's like I'm in my dream job. I
Oh, good
love,
for you.
my boss is great. She's super supportive. She's a girl's girl. My team is super great team. They all know, how bold I am and, the way I work and how the way I deal with business and stuff.
Mhm.
And they all support my business too. That one of them went to see me at the farmer's market and I'm like, oh, I'm going to take pictures and I'm going to send to the team in the meeting. I'm like, oh my God. They're really great. So I appreciate that. I just, I'm living my best life and I love it. And I don't let anybody disturb my peace.
Yeah, you
Good.
can't.
I just
Good
don't.
for
I'm cutthroat.
Right?
100%.
Uh-huh.
I learned to be. I wasn't.
Yes.
I was always like,
You have to
"No."
be. You get
I was
walked all
always
over.
I was always excusing people's
Yeah.
behavior, family included.
Mhm.
Well, I learned. I'm like, you know what? I protect my castle at all.
Set boundaries.
Yes,
Heck
I
yeah.
at all costs. I'll protect my peace. I'll
The
protect my
more
husband.
I respect myself, the more easier it is to set up a boundary.
Yes, definitely.
And the more I set boundaries, the more the shitheads fall off, I notice. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Maybe it was time. Maybe it was
Yeah,
time.
Whatever.
definitely.
Yeah, it was time. For me, I just, investing in friendships that are not investing in me. I got tired of that.
Yeah,
one-sided,
one-sided. Oh, no,
I
I cut those off.
so many.
I cut those off so
but
quick now.
But so I was always given a chance, and then my husband was the one like, well, babe, that was one of the biggest, I guess, learning.
When they
lessons.
see what you don't see,
That's crazy.
you know, when
the
your
men don't
husband
think about it.
see,
The men don't.
yeah,
The men don't get involved in that.
no,
If he
they
tells
don't
you,
get them. Yeah, they see it like
It's like
gossip
you're
and shit.
feeling
You
mad
know?
about this, but when has she done that for you? And I was like,
Exactly.
and I'm thinking, and I'm trying to remember it and never. I'm like, okay, maybe you need to reassess your friendships
Uh-huh.
with this or this or that.
Mhm.
And now it's like I invest as much as people invest in me, and I am
Exactly.
welcome to new friendship that I
Heck
meet.
yeah.
But I need to see
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the same.
The-
100%.
Exactly.
that. Hey,
Yes,
just
girl.
like, hey Norma, how you doing today? You want to do coffee?
I love that
goes along.
consideration, you know?
That goes a long way.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I heard that somebody was having a bad day or whatever. Well, let me reach out.
Yeah.
People don't even think
People
about it.
get scared now. They're like, oh, they're too busy or I don't want to bother them. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, bother
I
them.
hear
They're your
that.
friends.
I
Like,
hear that.
show them that you're their friend so they
Yeah.
know that you care because we like to touch on mental health a lot. And when people feel alone, it's because their friends aren't reaching out because they assume this, that, or the other. And that's when, like, for me, myself, I've been in some dark times where I'm like, why isn't anybody reaching out?
Yeah.
Why don't they care? And that makes, I'm about to tear up, and that makes me think of even more bad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks being there, and it's hard to, because then you have to pull yourself out of that.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
And then when they finally hear what you went through, why didn't you call me? Or like, why didn't you call because you didn't hear from me? You know, why didn't you check up on me? But, so it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
But at the same time,
Sorry, I'm like,
oh, it's okay. I'm very intuitive. I read people very well. I feel like
Yes.
I've learned to do that because of all the situations that I've been through.
Yeah.
But I remember this situation a long time ago. I was still divorced. I was in my 20s, and I didn't even meet my husband yet. And I was living in this apartment complex, and I had this neighbor, this lady that lived in the corner, and I hadn't seen her. I would see her walk. She had to pass my apartment to go to her car, and I didn't see her that day. And I got this really sinking feeling,
Oh,
and I'm like, So I grabbed my baby and I went to her house, and I was knocking on the door, and I was knocking, and somebody came out like, I don't think she's there, and I was like, I didn't see her leave. I don't know. And I started banging in her door, like banging in her door. I
Yeah.
was there for like 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And she opens, and she's like, she sees me, and she's like, drops to her knees and starts bawling. And I was like, what
Aw.
happened? She was cutting her veins when I was knocking.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I called
That's
911.
really neat. We never know.
And she always called me her angel. She always called me your
Right.
angel. Yeah.
That is, you followed your God.
Yeah. I always, the times that I haven't followed it,
It kicks you in your butt.
something happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's like
I
10
learned-
times worse
yes.
almost.
I learned to trust my God. We
That
women have that.
connection.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm very spiritual. Very
Mhm.
spiritual.
Same here, girl.
So in being Hispanic, I'm very superstitious. So I have all kinds of stuff in the house. My husband thinks like, hey, do whatever, this is your house.
Whatever
He
makes you
doesn't care.
happy, as long as
You
I'm
know,
happy.
every door has a crust. Every hole has something.
I left the
Yeah.
cross that the previous owners
Right.
left here. I didn't feel right taking it down. The one
If
that's
you
above
didn't
our
feel
door.
it, you felt like it was good then.
Yeah,
I search the house
yeah.
every year. I mean, I'm very spiritual. And people don't know that a lot about me.
Yeah.
That I'm very superstitious too. I have a shrine in my house where I have all my people that have passed away, family and stuff, and I have the Mexican candles, and I have
I've seen
the flowers. You saw my little video I put there, and I love it. I love it. I go there and I talk to them, and I've lost family that were young and all the others that were older, and it's just a form of respect. I even have our dog that we love so much there.
Aww.
Yeah, so we're just, I don't know, it's very cultural too, the way that we handle things. But going back to the friendships and mental health, I mean, when you have intuition and you have something that is sinking, you have to speak.
Oh, yeah.
You have to react to it. Every time I don't, something bad happens.
Yeah.
And like
And I'm
you
like,
said,
oh, I
it's-
should have done it. Yeah.
It's sometimes not even for us.
No.
It's like
No.
something
Like-
is going through us for somebody
Yeah.
else.
I've
That
been
is
getting a
neat.
lot of visions in my dreams lately. So I'm waking up, I'm like, let me reach out to this person and see what's going on. And in my dreams, nobody's speaking. It's all telepathic. But girlfriend just randomly popped up in my dream, and I knew she needed a hug, and it was one of the biggest hugs I've ever given somebody. And then the next day I found out that, she had to put her pet down. I was just like,
Oh, well,
I
see,
knew you needed me
I've
somehow.
heard-
Like, you needed that
Yes,
hug. Like, you
you
needed
yes,
that love and
exactly.
support.
I hear a lot of, oh my God, Norma, you always text me in the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, this person's crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're an
I just,
empath.
even with my
Yeah.
boss, I said something to her, and then because I sensed that
Yeah.
she's having a bad day or whatever. She's like, thank you, I really needed this today. Or
I love
I throw a
that.
joke just to make it more light,
Yeah.
the day a little lighter, because I'm a huge jokester. A huge.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I'm always, talking crap to my husband. I'm always playing with him.
Keeping
and
him
I'm
on
always,
his
Uh-huh.
toes.
yeah, I definitely keep him on his toes, and we're always joking around. I always hide and scare him. He hides and
Same
scares
here.
me. And,
I tried to scare my
Oh,
husband.
yeah.
He's like, I knew you were there. I'm like, why can't I scare you?
yeah, but he tells me, you better be careful when you scare me. Don't get too close, because
You might get hit, right? Yeah.
He's like, yeah, and I'm like, believe me, I'm far enough. Don't worry.
Yeah, right.
But it's funny, where I'm always messing with him, he's always messing with me, and we play.
That's
We're very
fun.
playful.
That's fun.
With the kids too. We're always. My kids are always like, oh, well, we're growing up. All of the kids have, like, all these heavy rock and roll in their phones, like the '80s, because of my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I love
I
that.
mean, Guns N' Roses,
Hell
heavy metal too. They have, I can Bon Jovi. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
that you can think on the '80s, they have it, and these are people in their 20s,
Uh-huh.
but they were raised by Gen X.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they're
Yeah.
like we're hardcore parents. We love hard.
Yeah.
We were very I'm gonna say strict for the standards
Well,
here.
yeah,
We
exactly.
weren't really. I mean,
They gotta
strict
know that
my
you're
mom.
the parent, not their
My
best
mom
friend,
was
right?
strict,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
But I mean, here, for example, my daughter. I remember she was around 17, and she started to kind of challenge me a little.
Mm.
And I told her, I'm not raising a princess. There's only space for one queen, and that's me.
Ooh.
And I said, you don't pay any motherfucking bills in this house. And I said, I'm raising a boss.
There you
Because
go.
that's what you are. You're going to be a boss. You're not going to need any man to pay your bills. Because that's not what you're about, and that's not what I'm about. So I could not leave my first marriage because I had no control over the money at
Yeah,
all. I was
yeah.
nothing. I was broke. I left broke. I was struggling I had enough money to buy food for your brother, and that was it. You are not going to go through that because I'm going to raise you to be a boss. So she's like, okay, so don't act like a princess because you're not. You become the queen of your castle, but you can be a queen here. There's already a queen here.
Is she turned into a queen?
And she is. She
Her own
moved
queen,
out.
yeah.
She lives with her boyfriend. She has a great job, and
Good.
she is very much. We went to her house. She invited us to have dinner and stuff, and we saw her like she's pretty much you.
She made dinner.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to invite you guys over for dinner.
Yeah.
I love that.
To see my place, and
right?
she did great. And when I went to her room, I'm like, oh my god, the style is so me.
Is it?
Yeah, very cozy country
Oh.
kind of style.
Aw.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's my kid for sure. She said, what do you think, Mom? I said, I'm very proud of you, baby girl. That's good. That's good. She's young, she just turned 25, but I said, I had already a child when I was your age, so
Yeah.
you're okay. You can handle anything.
Yeah,
And,
you got this.
we have talks. We talk all the time. Like, she's always like, oh, Mom, you look so pretty here. You look so pretty there. And she comes over and, I get her things that I see. And my husband's like, okay, when are you going to stop buying her things? I said, never.
No, it's your
She's my
daughter.
kid.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and again, this is your
Yes.
husband's first. I mean, the
Yes.
fact
Mm-hmm.
that you are talking like this
Yeah.
is just so beautiful.
she's
I
yeah.
hope every stepchild could feel the love, like you have with with your daughter.
Yeah.
I truly do,
You
because
adopt
that's
me?
just so beautiful.
Yeah.
What will you adopt me?
I know, right?
I had a loving stepmom to an extent, but when it came to her daughter,
Yeah.
I was
Right.
You know,
Right.
And I'm sure.
To me,
there
I mean,
are,
we have the last one, the baby, which he's 15. He's 6'3". I call him the baby.
Oh wow.
He's our son.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
him. He's never. I mean, he was raised like he's a sibling.
That's
That's
what I
it.
mean.
He's never
Mhm.
knew really.
I love.
He kind of messes with her sometimes about it. Mom loves me more because she had
That's
me.
what they always
it's my
do.
dad is like, yeah, whatever, dude. It's like, and I had to yell at him about it too. I said, don't say that. I don't like it. I'm like, okay, Mom, I was just kidding. I said, I don't care. So I check him, but he's still 15. But other than that, I mean, he was just another sibling. And I tell you what, my daughter was a mini mommy.
Really?
She's 10 years older than him. Well, and when we lived in Pittsburgh, they were in the same bedroom, so the crib was there, and she was like 10 years old. So she would wait for him to wake up, pick him off the crib, heavier than her probably, and then she would be like playing. I would hear them, and so I would come out and we'll make him breakfast. And she was sitting on top of the counter, and I was feeding the baby, and she took care of that kid all the time. Took him to school on the bike, picked him up from school. He did homework with him. I mean, you ask, my son is the biggest annoying brother, right, to her now. They're like always bickering. But you ask my son, who's your favorite sibling? He says, Sissy.
Oh.
I love that.
His sister is his favorite.
And that's a bond that will only grow
Yes.
as they get older.
Yes, and we have pictures, and the most pictures I have are them together. Because she was always with him. So that was her baby. Like, she's always, Ron, can you tell Mama? No, I'll take care of it. She wanted to take care of the baby. She didn't like Barbies, she liked babies.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
She wanted like the fake babies all the time. I was like, I was a Barbie girl, but she cut the Barbie's hair, and I would get so mad. I'm like, why do you make her ugly? I'm like, oh my God. And then I learned very early, like, you know what? She's not a Barbie girl. I'm going to stop buying these fancy ass Barbies because she's cutting their hair. And like, it just, I like it like that. My all blue and with one eye black.
Oh my
She would make
goodness.
them so ugly. And then she would take the clothes off. And I said, why you take the clothes off? I said, because I like the clothes and I want to keep them. And the Barbie is just plastic. And I'm like, okay.
Oh.
She's not getting it. So no
Oh
more Barbies. for
No
her.
more Barbies at a young age.
She wanted to just do
She played
stuffed
Barbies her
animals.
way.
Yeah, stuffed animals. And she wanted to do the ponies. And she wanted to do like babies.
Yeah.
Like the little fake babies with a bottle, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay, she loved. Oh, she took care of that.
That's
So I said,
So
well,
it
you're gonna
makes
be a
sense.
great
By
mom.
the time her little brother came around, she
Oh,
was
she
prepared.
was
Yeah.
just like loving that.
Yeah.
She loved that. Yeah, that was a surprise for us to have that baby. Yeah.
So, if somebody has never tried your salsa before, do you have one that you would recommend that they start with?
So when they come to my booth and they ask me that, I always say, okay, what is your heat level? Because it's very important for me to know.
Yeah.
Because my heat level is very different than yours,
Yeah.
than yours or anybody
True.
else.
True.
And they say, well, I'm a medium. I said, okay. So I give them the medium,
Okay.
I give them the mild, and I give them the avocado. Immediately. The avocado is like something they have to try.
Yeah.
Some clients haven't tried because they're salsa lovers and they haven't. I have a client that doesn't like avocado and buys them every week. And I think it's funny. I don't like avocado, but this thing is so good. And then I mix the avocado with the red or the green to make my dressings for my salads.
Yeah.
So it's a little more spicy. You put more things in it. And so I always approach it that way because if I give them something and it's too spicy or it's not spicy enough, I'd rather them tell me.
Yeah.
There's clients, there's
Okay.
clients that tell me, can I try them all? I said, absolutely. You know, and then when they say that, I said, you gotta be Instagram famous though, because I videotape them. I want to see their reaction.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wanna see- And I say, is that okay? Can I have your
That's
reaction?
great.
I only have received one no because she didn't want her baby on camera.
Oh.
I said, absolutely understand. Don't even worry. I'm not offended because she's like, I'm so sorry. I said, don't even worry about it. They had different beliefs, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I respect everybody, no problem. But other than that, everybody wants to be on Instagram.
Nice.
So
Oh, yeah.
I was like, is that okay? I put you on Instagram.
But
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
fine.
great content for your
Yeah,
page,
and
you
then
know?
I videotape it. I want to be the reaction when they're eating it. And they're
Yeah.
like, wow. And then they tell me, what do you think?
Heck
You're
yeah.
eating this, you're eating that. And they
Oh,
tell
I
me,
love
oh, I
that
love
idea.
this. I love, yeah. So I do a lot of postings for, I have a lady that put her baby in a couch with all my salsas around her.
Oh, my gosh.
And sunglasses.
Oh,
And
that's
like,
funny.
got wicked. And it was just,
That's
Oh,
awesome.
I said, can I
brilliant.
post this? And she's
Yeah.
like, absolutely.
That is so
That's
cool.
I love it, yes.
So, what's next for Norma's Wicked Salsas?
Well, next is we are going to be off the market in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
We do seasonal because the cold doesn't agree with my equipment, and
Gotcha.
the salsa season kind of slows down.
Mm-hmm.
And also, my job is very demanding in the winter because it's open enrollment.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking forward to the break, but production never stops.
Yeah.
So we do deliveries every 2 weeks or every
Oh.
other week, better said, with a minimum order of 3 jars. I post and I tell them, hey, we do all these local Martinez Pleasant Hill because I have our clients over there.
Yeah.
We take one day, my husband and I go deliver, and then we go to dinner. We kind of use it as a day.
Nice.
Nice.
Our big saying is lemonade when we cheer for something. And the reason is because we always have lemons and we always make lemonade. We always make something out of something.
Yeah.
Something good out of
I
something.
love that.
That's cute.
We've always done it. And either it's his idea or my idea, we turn it around and we make it positive. So I didn't want to go do all the deliveries. I'm like, oh, that's too much. We have 20 deliveries today, baby. He looks at me, it's okay. We get to spend time together and we'll go to dinner after. We'll make it a date. And I looked at him and I said, you know, why am I bitching? You're driving. So, okay. So I just sit there like a princess and just, you know, look at my phone or we
Do
listen
what
to
you gotta
music
do,
and we
yeah.
sing and then we go to dinner. And I pick the
Aw.
restaurant or he picks it or whatever. So we do it every other week. We love when people are like, so production never stops. Salt and Fig is one of the stores that I have, my products on.
That's where I first seen you at a couple of years ago. You were out
Mhm.
front,
Yeah.
and that's when my celiac wasn't full blown yet, so
Oh.
I was able to try,
To try the
your
sausage,
stuff. Yeah.
And then I do the Urban Edge too. They have it. I think she closes the weekend of
Oh,
Thanksgiving
that's
though.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Salt and Fig is open all year long. So
Yeah.
they have so she stocks up on that because I need the help because I'm not in the farmer's market. But then after that, we come back in March 1st and we start all over again. And I'm going to be working on that dip that I want to do, the bean
The
dip.
bean
And
one,
I'm
yeah.
not sure
Oh,
why they're going to ask me or how it's going to be
Yeah,
or how.
yeah.
So I have
If
to go
you
through the whole
need
thing.
a taste,
Look at
I'm
her.
just saying,
I
we can
will.
connect.
Definitely.
You know, if you want to do coffee and bean dip, just let
Hey,
me know.
whatever works,
Yeah.
right? I know, absolutely.
So I gotta ask you as a celiac, because I'm getting used to having to ask questions to make sure that there's things
Right.
that I could eat that are safe. So your kitchen, is it celiac safe or no?
Yes.
Is it? So you have dedicated oven, blenders, all the
all of that.
things.
Well, I've always had done my salsas and my dips. They're all, is that gluten, right?
Yeah.
They're
Well,
all
we'll see.
gluten-free.
Well,
Even my
let's-
chips are gluten free.
Well, yeah, if they're corn, then yeah, we're
Yes.
totally safe. But there's for us celiacs and gluten free, it's a little
They're
bit different.
different,
Yeah.
okay.
So like me, I just experienced something as a celiac because it seems like it's getting a little bit worse as I get older, and I find more things that I can't have anymore. So for a minute there, I was eating gluten free Oreos. I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever! I get to have Oreos, you know. But it turns out it's made with oat flour. And oat flour has an agent in it called levanin, which is really bad for those with celiac. So pretty much almost within like an hour, it made me sick. So that's why I asked, like, is everything dedicated? So,
Yes.
you know, like if you have because cross contamination sucks.
Right. So I
Because
use
I
all
want
of
to be
my
able to eat
equipment.
everything. I miss
Right.
eating everything, but now I got to ask all these questions, and I feel
you
rude.
have
But I
to.
got to be safe.
You have
and
to. All of my equipment that I use for the salsas is for the salsas only.
I love it.
That's
okay.
it.
I
I
love
don't
it.
mix
So
anything.
you don't use anything with wheat or gluten
No.
whatsoever. I love that.
No,
so
I
much.
don't because they don't go in my
Good,
stuff. And
good.
for example, my dips, I use Mexican crema.
Mm-hmm.
I put my avocados, my cilantro, all of these, limes, pepper, salt. But I
Perfect.
don't use any. In the chips, funny enough, I make sure that I do the tortilla chips because gluten
Yes.
messes my stomach up. So I can't eat that. So
Yeah.
people always ask me this.
It causes a lot of inflammation for people.
Yeah.
You know, even if
People
they don't have
ask me that.
celiacs, it's
People
like,
ask me that
yeah.
in the market, like, do they have a gluten? I said, no, I don't, I'm very conscious of that. And it's not because I didn't know this was like a thing
Yeah.
when I started making them. I just didn't because of me, my
Yeah,
health.
yeah.
I'm very
Right.
health conscious, so my health, it was just not.
Well, especially because you started this salsa
Mm-hmm.
for your health.
For my
reasons.
health, yeah.
Right.
For
No,
my
that's
meal
good
prepping
to
and
know
all that,
because
yeah.
now I can eat any of
Yeah,
I
there
know,
you go.
I
Yes.
know without even having
Yeah.
to, you know.
No, but
ask
it's
you
good that you
up.
ask, and I know people might not understand that, but I understand why you're
Well,
asking.
yeah, there's. I still educate even my clients as well. You know, my audience as well. I'm like, oh, check this out. Like, I just experienced this, or I just found in my research that there's another ingredient we got to watch out for. So, being that they watch this as well, I want them to know that
Right.
your
And
salsas
to
are safe
me,
for them.
To me, I remember I told my husband when we started, I said, I want everything that we use for salsas to be separate.
Yeah.
Because this is the business, and he's 100% with that.
Yeah.
100%. We're not gonna use this for now, and I don't want the. Besides, I use the commercial kitchen. I just don't,
Got you.
But yeah, the blender is like the best thing ever. I love my blender, but my blender is like a commercial Vitamix blender. Very expensive.
Yeah.
But
When you said
so
Vitamix, I
worth
was like,
it.
woo.
Sure, yeah.
Well, it's a 92 ounce.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
you know.
Well, you got to make big
I have
batches
4
of
of those,
salsa.
and then the actual motor was.
Where is your
ridiculously
kitchen that
expensive.
is housing all this? Who are you working with? Or you don't want to
City
say?
Spur, City Brentwood.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
Yeah. I've been
Awesome.
with them for a while. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love
their
that.
kitchen. Yeah.
Good.
The one at the
Nice
community
and
center, right?
Yeah.
I love that
It's big
kitchen.
and comfortable,
Yeah.
nice. And,
It is. The
Yeah.
refrigerators and
That's where we have the
everything.
house dinners.
Yeah, the gala
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm so bummed talking about how I'm not gonna be able to be. I'm in LA next week for work.
We'll be there
Oh, yeah.
in your honor.
Okay,
So
good. I
Yeah.
love that.
the
I
last
love
one
that.
for the year, but
Yeah.
Yeah, holidays are rolling in.
I know,
Well,
right?
Miss Norma, this has been amazing. Can
Thank
you
you so
let our
much.
audience know how they can find you, where they can find you, all the
Absolutely.
things, so they can
Absolutely.
try your chips and salsas?
So I am in the farmers market for now in Brentwood Saturdays, Martinez on Sunday, and we are in Salt and Fig downtown in the Urban Edge in Walnut Boulevard. You also can find me on Instagram, Norma's Wicked Salsa, on Facebook, And my actually cell phone is on my website.
Oh, wow. You're brave.
I'm an open book. I'm an open book. I mean, they can just reach out to
Yeah,
me.
you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
And like I have clients that reach out to me and they come from far and hey, how do I get? I said, I mean, if you're available, I have this and this left. Would you like it? You can come to my house. I'm like, I don't
I love
really have. I mean, I'm a community person.
This is
Yeah.
why you have such loyal
Yeah.
followers,
Yeah.
though, too. So, do you have a website they can go on,
Yes.
or they can go onto your Instagram?
Yeah,
Would be the best
Instagram.
way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
find it on social media.
Yes, social
Okay.
media. Yeah, absolutely. My email is there too. I mean, I'm very accessible to my clients just because, I know that you can. I mean, there's been times when they have asked me to, hey, can I have this? Said I cannot make you one jar, but if you buy the batch, I'll buy the batch. I'll say okay. And I don't mind, I'm even close. I'm not even.
Yeah.
It was before Christmas last year.
Oh.
And she really wanted it, and I felt bad, and I said, I'll make it for you, and I just make the whole batch.
Oh
just
my
for her.
God, you have
it.
such a
Yeah.
big heart.
Yeah.
You really, really
Sometimes,
do.
honey.
Well, we're going to have to cut that out.
You
Yeah.
have such a big heart.
Alphas have big hearts. We just got that thick skin because of what we've been through, So we know the signs, we know the energy, and we just got to protect ourselves at all costs.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you seem to be doing a great job, and kudos to you and your business.
And I have a pit bull with me all the time.
There you go. See?
Sergeant Delicious.
Oh my
I
God.
love
So
that.
cute.
He's very protective, very, very protective, yes. I love that about him, yeah, he's very protective.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, who else is going to protect me then? Right?
Yeah.
You guys make a good team.
Well, I told him that's your job, to protect me is your job.
Yeah.
You guys make a good team.
Yes.
You really do. I love seeing how you've made your business work and how you're making your family work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a good balance going on, it
100%.
seems like.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope you guys get a chance to really get to know her. If you see her at the farmer's market, go up and introduce yourself.
I have
Please
one
do.
more question.
Yes, please.
Because the fans are going to want to know, because I want to know, because this is the second time that I've seen it. How do you get your glitter to stay on your lips without... I mean, I've reapplied my stuff I don't know how many times during this
She
podcast.
does, yeah.
What is your
It's
secret,
so
Miss Norma?
funny. So it's actually a powder,
Okay.
and you put it on a matte lipstick.
Okay.
It has to be matte. Because
Okay.
if you put it in a cream lipstick, it gets all clumpy.
Oh.
So it has to be matte. And you patch it right after you put it, you kind of pat it on, and then you just kind of, blend
Love it.
And that's it.
I love it. And
The only thing,
your ring,
the
that's
only
beautiful.
thing that with this type of glitter or whatever glitter you buy, you have to buy the one that is super, super fine because if not,
okay.
it cuts your lips.
Oh.
And it's very
Can you
dehydrates.
kiss your husband?
He doesn't like it
Oh, that would be
because
nice.
I'm sorry, my dirty...
I
Oh,
get
you're so bad.
I get glitter all over his beard.
That's
and
what
his,
I would think. Yeah.
He doesn't like it when I have this. He loves it to see it on me, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I become people love it. They're very popular for it. I just saw it and I liked it, and I just thought.
Yeah, the last time I saw it, she had red. It was
Yeah.
Halloween at the Halloween mix.
So
I was
Yeah.
like,
guys,
oh,
next time you see me, I got some glitter.
oh
Yeah,
my
I have it
God.
in purple.
Norma inspired.
Yes, I think people they're not bold enough to wear something. I always do too much. Why? So what?
Just
It's
try
too
it
much.
out.
Look
Yeah.
at my
If it
shoes.
makes
Yeah.
you feel good.
Try it
Yeah.
out.
That's what.
Mhm.
I always say,
matters.
wear the dress, buy the shoe, have the sex.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
got one life.
You know what I mean?
Fall in
I
love.
love
Because now.
That's Norma's motto.
Yes, yes. I mean, even with regret, it's like the last. At my age, it's just like no.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I so agree with you. on
Yes,
that.
just live your life and be unapologetically you.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much for being
You're
on our
welcome. Thank you
podcast.
for
I hope you had a
coming.
good
Thank
time.
I did. I had a great
Yay.
time. Thank you, guys.
All right, well, you guys know
Thank
how to
you.
find her. Got to try her salsas. Go see her at the farmer's market. Purchase your salsas for Christmas and yourself and your loved ones. And join us next time for another episode of the Open Circle Podcast. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.